Hey everyone, my name is Sarah and I am a certified personal trainer with over a decade of experience in the fitness industry. And I'm here today to review ISSA's Certified Personal Training course. So starting with their website, you're going to find out a lot of the basic information. Talking about pricing, which if you review it compared to a lot of other programs, it's going to be very, very typical pricing. So I think that's a big thing that a lot of people initially look for is how much am I going to be invested in this? It's right on par with NASM, with ACE, other big name certifications. And something that I do love is that you can break it into monthly payments. So if you're not somebody who can put down a few $100s all at once for your education, it gives you some options, which is awesome. And some of their top things to finish in as little as 3 months, which that's huge. Some people are working, you have other life things going on, and not everyone can commit to a full-time educational experience as an adult. And so this 3 months, I think, is valid in some cases and not so much in others. It really depends on how much time you have to devote to it. I think most people that I have talked to who've also taken the certification, we've all done it in addition to working. And you definitely can, if you are committed, finish it in 3 months while still working a full-time job or taking care of a family. And it may take you a little bit longer depending on how much background you have in the industry already. So if it takes you a little bit of time to learn or to grasp new concepts, it may take a little longer. If you have some solid education or experience in the gym or doing any kind of other exercise type work, it's going to go a lot faster for you. So let's move on a little bit. This is talking about a little bit of a breakdown of what you get with the course. So you're going to get your personal training certification, and you have a couple of options here when it comes to the course and then the test. So you'll get the course, and then you can either take the test at home, or they also offer this NCCA-accredited CPT exam. And that one you do have to sit for. It's a proctored exam, but it is going to give you that accreditation, which may give you a step up in a lot of workplaces. So that's a little bit about the course itself. And it shows here, I feel like this should be really emphasized a lot. You've got your online textbook, practice quizzes, and forums. That is the basic breakdown of the course. This ISSA course is very textbook heavy. So if you are somebody who likes a more gamified experience where you have a lot of interaction, this is maybe not the course for you. But if you are somebody like me who really enjoys learning from a textbook, a more traditional approach to learning, this is going to be a great course. Most of the course, as I'll show you in just a couple of minutes, comes from this online textbook, which are followed by practice quizzes to help test your knowledge, and then forums, which exist in like an actual forum style, as well as live workshops and hands-on type interactions, which are by far the highlight of the course, which again, we'll get to in just a minute. So that's a little bit that you're going to find out just from the website itself. The last thing I want to point out here is that if you are just getting into the fitness industry, it can be really challenging to break into the industry. As somebody who's been here for a long time, it was hard a decade ago, but it's even harder now because the market is so saturated. And so this guarantee to help you land your first job is huge. It's going to help connect you with more gyms, with more employers that are really going to help you get a foot in the industry. So all of that being said, let's jump over to the course itself. So this is the inside. If we go over to course home, this is the inside of the course, and it will show you, you've got several different modules here. They look uncompleted here as I've been going back and restudying them. And so you've got quite a few different modules. The one thing that I will say in all of these modules, it doesn't give you a lot of title information. So if you're somebody who likes to jump around between topics, it's a little bit challenging to find information. Or if you're going back to look at a specific topic or subject, it's not the most easy to reference. But if you're somebody who likes to just work from start to finish and go through the process, and this is a really good option. And their process really does follow exactly a really good setup to help guide you if you are new to the fitness industry. So if we go into module 1, you'll be able to see this is kind of how the entire course breaks down. So you've got an assigned reading. It'll show you what the learning objectives are for each chapter, and then it will assign you a couple of chapters of reading out of the textbook. It's going to pull up, if I click on chapter 1, the actual textbook is all here online in the platform, so you don't have to reach outside for a textbook. Unless you are somebody who likes a physical textbook. If you're like me, you love your markers, your highlighters, ISSA does offer their certified personal training textbook for $60. You can get in print. It's totally worth the purchase. And then at the end of your reading assignments, you have some videos, and it's going to show, different topics that are really more helpful to hear audio for and be able to understand that way. A great thing to point out about any of these videos is that they are ones that you can either listen to or watch. They're not super visually heavy, I guess you could say. They're all ones that, if you're at the gym or you are out for a walk or a run, you can plug your headphones in and you can listen to them and still get the same effect. So it's really nice if you're busy, if you don't necessarily have time to sit down and watch dozens of videos. If you're like me, you're always trying to, fit that in. How do I learn while still getting done everything else that we need to do in a day? So that is wonderful, in my opinion. And so after you've got your reading, your videos, and then each of these modules has a test or a small quiz at the end that will help prep you for that final exam. So going through all of these, you'll see it's all laid out super, super simply. And then you have additional great features. At the end, you've got these CPT boot camps, which, coming back to what I had said earlier, these are not to be missed. So they have a weekly boot camp. It's a live session. They have Q&A or discussing a topic. And from everyone I've ever talked to who's taken this course, this is their favorite. They're high energy, really great learning sessions that are going to help take your course from textbook to lots of fun, lots of really engaged learning. One other thing before we exit the course is you've got exercise libraries and downloads. And these are all great personalized client forms that you can use. They are ready to go as soon as you finish your certification. You're welcome to use them as they are, which is so nice. If you are or have been in any kind of a circumstance or a job where you have to have forms to fill out, they are so not fun to make. And the ISSA certification gives you all of these really great resources that you can use. You hit the ground running, ready to go. They look professional, and they're going to get you started. And if you're new to the industry and you're like, I don't even know where to start, these are the place to really help guide your training and direct you to how to interact with clients. So coming back over here to their website, just to wrap up, this is really such a good course for its value. As you can see here, you've got lots of different options laid out if you want to connect with other certifications or other options for different learning styles. And as we finish up with our review, just a couple of main things that I wanted to touch on. This ISSA certification is going to be the best fit if you are new to the fitness industry or don't have a lot of background. It's very user or new beginner friendly course. So that's going to be a great fit if you are somebody who has a lot of experience already in the industry. which I did when I took this course, you may find that it overlaps a lot of what you've already learned, which can be a great thing. I took this after a few years in the industry, and it was a great refresher. But if you're somebody who has that background, is using it, is already been really educated, you may find it not as in-depth as you want to go. Another great thing to point out is that this course is going to work best if you are a more traditional textbook style learner. It's where this course really excels. And so if you're somebody who's looking for a super interactive, like instant gratification, this may not be your course. But it's definitely worth a try if you are trying to get into the industry. If you're looking for a certification that you can take anywhere in the world, ISSA is your certification.